Yo, guys. What is good? This is Francis over here from PlayerEssence.com, and today I'm going to talk about something that I should have talked about a while back, but I just didn't, just because I didn't feel there's enough information. But with new information coming, albeit little information, from BioWare and the developer Chris Wynn, I think that's what his name is, on Mass Effect Andromeda, and I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please correct me in the comment section. But you guys all know, or if you don't know at this point, I am a huge Mass Effect fan. Like, here's Mass Effect 1, here's Mass Effect 2 on the Xbox 360, here's Mass Effect 3. Yeah, Mass Effect 3, we all know about that game, but still, love them all. This is my favorite right here, Mass Effect 2, real good. And 360, yo, you can't forget that PS3 hype, because I got the special edition Mass Effect 3. You know, it comes with all the really cool stuff like this right here. Oh my goodness, yes, that is awesome. Reversible hard tin cover. Yo, I mean, it's, trust me, it's hype. And of course, Mass Effect 2 with the bonus content, 6 hours. This is one of the best ports, man. They give you so much content. This was great. So, I love Mass Effect. So that's what I'm going to say right now. I love Mass Effect. And there are some new details about it, and I want to talk about the reveal trailer because I've been watching it over and over again, and I've been wanting to make another video based on this. And Mass Effect, I think, is one of the most important games of 2016. I think it is huge, and I'll give you guys a couple reasons why this game is huge. Then I'll go into my thoughts on it, and of course, get you guys' thoughts. So, Mass Effect is big because after Mass Effect 3, a lot of people lost faith in the franchise. A lot of people were just like, hey, you know, BioWare has lost their touch, this was lazy, people asking for refunds, getting their refunds, people saying like, what's going to go on with this franchise? And EA has put away this franchise for a while. The last Mass Effect game was, of course, Mass Effect 3 back in 2012. So we're talking 4-year gap here. So obviously something big has been brewing for this franchise, for this next game. Now, it is not titled Mass Effect 4, and I think that there's a good reason why it's not titled Mass Effect 4. Chris Wynn has said, hey, it's pretty much an all-new cast. Now, he didn't 100% confirm it, but he said story-wise, returning characters would not make sense in this game. So that's understandable that they're not going to name it Mass Effect 4. Not only that, but Mass Effect 3 pretty much wrapped up everything with the brand new ending. So I don't see how they could even intertwine the older characters. They could, but they would probably have to do a prequel if they're going to do like Mass Effect 4 or something. I don't know. I don't know if you can do a prequel and call it Mass Effect 4, but you know, they'd have to do something different with the next Mass Effect with those same characters. So with Mass Effect Andromeda, this game is going to feature a whole new cast of characters, and it's going to have a similar combat feel but with a lot of new mechanics. And these new mechanics, you can actually see some of it in the reveal trailer when they're showing off the guy. Obviously, he's working for the Alliance, so we do know, hey, you're back with the Alliance because he has the N7 emblem. And when you go to the planet after he's flipping through and he's searching, and we'll talk about that later as far as flipping through and some of the details that I saw from that, but he has a jetpack where he just goes poof, and you blast up. Obviously, with that jetpack and doing that, you know that you're going to be able to intertwine exploration because they have the Mako, and the Mako's out there on the planets, which was very prominent in Mass Effect 1 and was kind of neutered in Mass Effect 2 and in Mass Effect 3, pretty much completely out. But the Mako is back, and you're back to exploring planets, and you have a jetpack to help yourself explore. And that was some of the issues with the Mako. It was like you'd be using the jetpack and then be having issues with Mass Effect 1, but now you're able to climb and scale yourself out of the Mako, so that should make exploration more fun and also more rewarding if they're able to find different stuff that you can get out there and harvest and bring back to your ship, hopefully for money and things like that. So talking about the reveal trailer, there's also a couple things that I noticed. So obviously you are in a commanding position because you're searching through the different planets. He's flipping through. He goes past it and then circles back to one planet. Now, why that is important is because he is the one who's calling the shots. He's making his decision, okay? It's not, hey, you go to this planet and you do this mission like Commander Shepard was first doing in Mass Effect 1 when he was told where to go, Eden Prime, blah, blah, blah. This one, he's making a decision of where to go, and he picks that planet. So that's very important. You are in a leadership position probably from the beginning. Maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into it, but it definitely shows with that you are in that position of being the commander. So that's definitely good to know, I guess. You're not going to be working your way up as a recruit or anything, or you'll eventually become a commander. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is possibly the enemies. Now, you couldn't really see what it was, but what you did see in that trailer is that you saw these things come up from the ground. They're very similar to what the Geth used to harvest humans, and that was back when Saren was doing that, and Saren was one of the original enemies in Mass Effect 1, so all the Mass Effect nuts know this, and it looks very similar to what they were doing there. Now, I don't know if it has the same process, and I think they're actually bigger, but it's very interesting to see that that could be how the enemies spawn, or that's how they get their power, or maybe they're harvesting something on the planet. Either way, it's good to know. It's good just to see that. I think that brings variety, and I think it brings a sense of tension when you saw those, especially in the first Mass Effect. You're like, what the heck is that? So I do like the fact that they have that era or that aura of like, oh my gosh, like what is this? So I was excited to see that in the Mass Effect trailer. Now, a couple of things that I do like about it. You can clearly see in the trailer, kind of rewinding back, when he goes to the planet, you're in space and you hit the Mass Effect relay, so nothing's changed from there. It even sounds very similar to how the Mass Relay sound in the other games, which is good. You want to have those same sound effects and everything. The gunshots do sound really cool and all that. The armor looks very similar, but it seems to me like this is very far in the future. I think it's farther than what Mass Effect already is, which I think Mass Effect takes place in like, what, 21 something, so it's even further than that. Could it be 22, 23? I mean, who knows where it is, but either way, it's definitely farther in the future. Now, what I am interested in and what I want to see from this game is I really want to see how they do combat, and will they increase the limit of characters that you can have on your team. This might be a 4 type game. I think they might go to 4 in this one, and a couple of reasons why I think that is because in the co-op, that was a 4-player one, whereas in the single player, it's usually only 3 characters, but I think putting that up to 4, I think that could create a whole new way of playing the game, especially if you can be able to go in pairs of 2, or even if there's parts where you guys have to split up and do teams of 2, and you can really bond with your teammates that well, or put together teams of squads of 2 that can do really well together. So if they did increase that, that's something that I would like to see. I would also like to see them really just increase the visceral combat feel. So more melee combat options I think would be really cool. I like how Mass Effect 3 added a lot of good stuff. They added like the combat roll, they added some really cool looking melee attacks, but I think that being able to customize your melee even a bit more would just overall enhance the scope and combat feel of Mass Effect. So that's something that I would really like to see. Another thing that I would like to see in Mass Effect Andromeda is really just a better cohesive story. I think Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 did a good job, but Mass Effect 3 just felt disjointed at times. It all connected back, but it's tough when you're starting from 2 other games and you have to try to connect everything. So having a very good cohesive base story is going to be very important for this franchise going forward, because as you guys know, Mass Effect, you take over your save data, and I'm pretty sure in Andromeda 2 or whatever comes out next, you're going to be able to use that save data. So making sure you build that strong foundation and base of a story that gets you excited and gets you guessing and wanting more like Mass Effect 1 did, that they have to nail that. They have to nail that, because that's one of the most important things in Mass Effect 1 that hooked me on this franchise and made me buy everything with Mass Effect on its name, except for those crappy mobile games. But anyway, that's beside the point. And they really need to make sure they know that. So that's really what I want to see. I want to see a strong base of story and making sure that it's really good and it really sets up the next games in the franchise. I want to see the player count as far as in your party bumped up to 4, and I definitely want to see parts and areas where you can go in teams of 2. Some co-op would be nice. I don't think they're going to do story co-op, but it would be cool if it was in there. But if they did another horde mode, I would be completely fine with that. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want me to talk more about Mass Effect Andromeda? Mass Effect Andromeda on this channel? Please let me know in the comment section below. Also hit that like button. That also lets me know that you guys want more of Mass Effect on this channel. And please subscribe if you're someone new, because right here you're going to get a variety of news based on Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, especially Mass Effect, because I love Mass Effect, but I want to do it if you guys want me to. So let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and we will see you for the next one. Peace.